To our top story this day, the anti-terrorism court in Kahawa West will give a ruling shortly as to whether the magistrates court has jurisdiction in presiding over the trial of 6 Kamiti maximum security prison senior officers led by Commandant Charles Mutembe who have been arraigned. The prosecution is also seeking 30 days to detain the suspects in order to complete investigations. Let's now cross over live to our anti-terror court, where our senior current affairs reporter Seth Olale has been following the proceedings. Seth, good afternoon. What do we know so far?
Yes, good afternoon, Zainab. What we know is that we expect the principal magistrate, that is Boaz Ombewa, to come shortly, or rather return from the court's temporary adjournment and give a ruling on whether this particular anti-terror court has jurisdiction over presiding over this particular matter. Remember that the defense lawyers who are representing the 6 accused persons, that include the Kamiti maximum prison commandant, that is Charles Mutembe, alongside his junior Joseph Lotina Nang, they are arguing that this particular court has no jurisdiction in presiding over this particular issue. They state that the suspects are not terrorists, and so they should be actually tried in a magistrate's criminal court. So that is what principal magistrate Boaz Ombewa is expected to return to rule over this particular matter. But even other than that, remember that the prosecution is also seeking 30 days to detain the suspects. And so this means that the principal magistrate, Boaz Ombewa, will also give another direction in regards as to whether the detainees, or rather the suspects, will be detained for 30 days or less, even as requested by the prosecutors. This is also an application that the defense lawyers led by Dunstan Omari and Cliff Ombeta have vehemently opposed. And so it will remain to be seen when this particular session resumes as to whether the principal magistrate Boaz Ombewa of the Kahawa Anti-Terror Court will actually grant the prosecution their request to detain the suspects. But even more, before this particular direction, we will have this particular court rule as to whether it has jurisdiction in presiding over this particular matter. We also have another development, that is the Interior Cabinet Secretary Fred Matiang'i, together with the new Commissioner General for the prisons, will be visiting the Kamiti maximum security prison as from 2 p.m. So it is also a development that we are camping here at just outside the Kamiti maximum prison and waiting for that particular delegation to come at the maximum, or rather the correction facility. So we're just camping here at the anti-terror court, waiting for those particular directions, as well as this particular visit by the CS Interior and the newly appointed Prisons Commissioner General. Back to you, Zainab.
All right, Seth Olale, they're just keeping tabs on that developing story. Quite a big and huge story. We'll be following up very closely.